Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And hokey smokes. Not a whole lot has been happening in life, but enough has happened, and I need to tell you about it. But first, if you thought my rice-making odyssey was over, there is... if you're looking at that and going, oh, what is all that? That's sweet basil and rosemary and thyme and all sorts of good stuff in my latest rice batches. So no, my rice odyssey is not yet over. And it is absolutely delicious. And when I am eating rice, I am not craving stuff like candy. And when I go without rice, I start craving stuff like candy. Carbohydrates. So if I want to not eat garbage, I need to keep eating rice. Which, behaviorally, I've already made one change. For a very long time, I've been eating baked goods and not being able to not eat them. Started off like 3 years ago now, when it's all stress eating. But I started off by buying myself a birthday cake on my birthday. And that was the beginning of the end. It had been a struggle after that to not buy Little Debbie snack cakes and all that. Even up to being in the homeless shelter in October, I was still having trouble eating snack cakes and other baked goods. I don't anymore. I don't even crave that stuff. I don't like it. It doesn't taste good. It's too sweet and cloying, and it's just nasty. So I don't eat that stuff. Struggle with the straight carbohydrates of candy though, if I'm not eating rice. So for my sake, I need to eat rice. Thumbs up. But the biggest thing, on Friday I had my med manager appointment, and we talked about the various meds. I asked about Vyvanse. You gotta jump through a whole bunch of hoops to get to Vyvanse. We're jumping through hoops. I have been prescribed a long-lasting form of Ritalin Concerta. Now, I have to be very careful. When I took Concerta, when I took Ritalin before, the short-term stuff where you take it and then it hits you, boom, and then wears off. When I took that, my blood pressure spiked up like 200 over 100. I pressure tested my circulatory system, and thank goodness it passed. And I don't want to do that again. Plus, even if you... trying to keep centered here, and these chairs are awful. Even if you don't burst a blood vessel or have a heart attack or anything like that, you do reduce the elasticity of your blood vessels with high blood pressure. And when you lose elasticity on your blood vessels, they're more likely to crack than to stretch. And the biggest amount of pressure that you get coming out of your heart is there is one arch on your aorta, and it feeds 3 huge parts of your body off that aorta. That aorta is very susceptible to getting brittle from high blood pressure. And I do not want to have an aortic dissection where the aorta splits and then I bleed out inside. That doesn't strike me as fun, dying. I imagine if I live long enough, I could and would be in the sort of, I welcome the sweet embrace, I am tired and this is what I need, and then cessation of all sort of metabolic processes, and it's all done. I imagine that may be something that if I lived long enough I would seek, but not at this point. I'm only 61, and while I don't imagine I'm going to be fairly strong and fairly able to do things, I say fairly within my physical limitations, back injuries, nerve compression, etc., etc., but I'm able to go charging across fields. I can do various things like that, whereas there are people here even that they are dependent upon mechanized wheelchairs to get any distance. So I'm lucky, but that ain't something that'll last forever. Yeah. Still though, I mean, such is life. Past that, did I finish up with the whole Ritalin thing? Yeah, because I'd been, you see, I'm still bouncy and jumpy and not exactly perfect. Today is the first day I took it. Some things I noticed an immediate change. Usually, when I'm going out my front door, I go out, realize I forgot something, come back in, get it, go out, realize I forgot something, come back in, go out, then I might have it, I might have to come back in and then go out again. It is frustrating that I can't just one shot do it. And I was doing this even when I lived over on the other street, in the other house. I was 4 and 5 times walking in and out of that house before I could finally go on a walk. So I'm used to that. But this morning, getting ready for my walk, I walked over to that front door and I went, oh, you know, I did check earlier. It is sunny. I better grab my sunglasses. Grabbing my sunglasses is one of those things that I have to go out and then come back in for. I grabbed everything I needed. And when I went out that door, I didn't have to turn around and come back. So it has made some small change. I do need to monitor my blood pressure. I am taking one blood pressure medication for my ADHD stuff, and I am taking another one for high blood pressure. So that's 2 blood pressure meds. I'm not too worried in the first month, but I'm going to be checking it, if not daily, at least every other day. And if it starts to go up like this, then I'm not taking it anymore. So, yay on that. Good, bad, and different. Past that, just trying to think of, well, there is... I did try playing... God, what were the games? There were some first-person shooter games that I was playing last night. Thankfully, most things work with controllers, but I think one of them, for as long as I could, which is... I used to be able to play first-person shooters like all day. Now, I actually was able to play a first-person shooter for a while. One of the reasons I think I've been able to use this arm so well using my computer is my arm has... this part of my arm rests against my upper body, and then I hang my wrist on the table that I'm on. So there's very, very actual little weight and stuff going on up here and here when I'm using my mouse. But when I'm using my keyboard, it has to hold my entire arm up and out. And that is not good for my nerve here. But I've had the laptop moved closer toward the edge of the table to make editing easier. And I tried to see if I could hang my wrist off the edge of the laptop to primarily put most of the weight there so that it wasn't putting it up here. I was able to play for a while, which is better than not at all, like I've not been able. Let me try that in English. Better than not at all, which is the state I've been in for over a year now. My quality of life has sucked ever since this went downhill. So joy on that. I mean, over a year. It's probably, I don't even think it's that. It's only been 2 months, 3 months, 5 months. I can't even remember when. I hurt myself and it was acting up, and I can't remember where and when. And then it got better. See, unfortunately, my memory is all messed up. I mean, even memories of stuff that I did here, I'll have memory of doing it at another household from my past. So it's really hard to place things in time. Unfortunately, that's one of my problems with being timelined, where hours pass like minutes, and days pass like hours, weeks pass like days, months pass like weeks. Time just more so than normal was running through my fingers like a handful of sand. So thumbs up on that. emergency vehicle passing by. So I don't really have a whole lot to talk about yet. I am hoping that with this medication, I'll be able to start being able to think clearly again. And that'll be nice. I've complained about not being able to think at all when I've not been on ADHD meds. Not exactly true, because I've not been on any real meds aside from the antidepressant and the blood pressure med for ADHD, the off-label uses, and still come up with all the solo RPG stuff that I've had so far, and I think that's been pretty freaking awesome so far. So if I take the med and I'm able to work a little bit more solidly on that, then that'd be awesome. And then, I hope my blood pressure stays down. I want to be able to think. That would be a very, very good thing. Past that, I'd like to say that I was listening to new and amazing and great music from bands that I'd never heard of before, but I haven't been doing that. In fact, I went back to there's two kinds of, The Caretaker I've been listening to, and then one was Memory Destroyed. Oh yes, it's that group or person or performance art, I don't know. It's a TRH and then like an A with the umlauts, and then that's the most intelligible thing you'll find about it. But I'm listening to that one again a lot. So if you've never listened to that one, it's the 23rd release of this group / person / band / performance art of 2023. And it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing, and you should listen to it. But at this point, I'm just going to start rambling about, even more nothing than the nothing that I normally talk about. But not a lot has been going on in my life, so not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, I use the camera and the internet and all of you out there as someone to talk to. I am an introvert. I have just insane numbers of issues, which is not true. I don't have an insane number of issues. I am an introvert. I have anxieties. I have social anxieties. I like to be around people, but not interact with them. I like to be around human activity, but not interact with it. And I like to be around human artifacts. So that part's nice. I can't even remember where I was going with it. So, gosh, has this medication affected me at all? We shall see. I think it was something about not just wanting to drag this on because I haven't been able to think of anything. Hopefully I'm going to get something, not just something, but one of my board game things done. I want to do Scowantier for the channel, just because it's so cute and good. I like the Space Marine Adventures Necron's Labyrinth. It's fun. I like Scowantier a little bit more because it doesn't involve horrific, killing of things and such, and you're just a badger running through the forest trying to escape from the devil. If it catches up with you, it's just the end. It's not going to focus on anything horrific. You lose, the devil wins, time to start the game again. So, it's a little bit more happy and friendly that way without being a total happy, friendly thing, because you are, after all, trying to escape from the devil. Good old Garnlearg. Yay. If you are a patron, thumbs up and thank you. It is appreciated. Without your help, I would be a very, very badly hurting monkey. But with your help, I am just a hurting monkey. Closer to. I was going to say closer to the national average. But if I do that, then it's like a bump from here to here. No. Let's not look at that. Let's look at you take me from here to here. And that seems so much more dramatic. And it is much better. When I lived in the other house, my entire disability, except for $100, went to pay for the rent. Without your help, I had $100 to purchase everything I needed for the month. You helped me so much back then. I am not in that dire of a straits here anymore. I am no longer here. I'm about here. With your help, you bring me here. And that is awesome. Thank you so very, very much. It is appreciated. When you look in a mirror, you're looking at someone who is beautiful and awesome. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And if you leave me a comment, thumbs up and thank you. I have people like 77 Arcturus who write so much, and I wish I could write so much back. I have some, in this case I do have problems, more than one. I mean, it's the nerve compression and the executive dysfunction. I wish I could write to everybody like that back. That broke down in English towards the end, so if you understood it, then I'm amazed. But if you did, thank you. Thank you all so much. It is appreciated. Hopefully I'm going to get a call from the physical therapist here soon, because I haven't heard anything from them. The wheels of the medical system grind so slow. Yay. So today, I'm going to just be editing, rendering, uploading, recording something else, rendering and uploading and all that. Hopefully you can do what you would like to do on this day of days. And if not, don't beat yourself up. It's not going to make you do it better next time. It's just falling into habit, and habit ain't always good. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is indeed a very, very good thing. Yeah, nothing flashy. Nothing's really happened, and it's getting warm, so I need to turn my air conditioning back on. I walked in the other day, and it was hot. It was cold outside. It was hot in here. Checked out that thing. I'd set it for maximum heat and maximum cooling. You can set the two types of temperature, and I had to touch the one dial that had been set to maximum before that part of it actually turned on. Anyway, you take care.